If you're a cat lover, you've probably heard that cats have scent glands and use their scent to mark what they consider theirs. And when a cat marks you, they're choosing to make you part of their world. What many people don't realize though, is that we can return the gesture. Not with words, but with touch, in the right places, in the right way. That's what this video is all about. I'll show you exactly where your cat's scent glands are, and how they use them to express trust, affection, and connection as they rub against you in specific ways. Each scent gland is like a quiet doorway into your cat's emotional world. And when you learn how to respond through those favorite points of contact, something subtle but powerful happens. You're not just petting them, you're speaking their language. And that conversation, it starts right here. Secret number 1, the scent glands tucked along their cheeks. Cats carry their emotions through scent, and some of their most meaningful communication happens through the gentle press of their face against you. Just beneath the fur on their cheeks lie scent glands, tiny but powerful tools they use to mark what's important in their world. When a cat rubs their cheek along your hand, your leg, or even your face, it's not just a simple request for attention. They're creating a shared scent, a quiet signal meant only for those they trust. That soft nudge, that brush of warmth and fur, is their way of saying you matter to them, that you're part of their world. In the language of cats, scent carries memory and identity. It's how they bond with each other in multi-cat homes, and how they ground themselves in what feels safe and familiar. So when they press their face into you, they're not just leaving their scent, they're blending it with yours. It's their way of drawing you closer, of keeping a trace of you with them, even when you're apart. When you gently touch those cheek areas with kindness and care, you're responding in a way they truly understand. If your cat has ever marked you with that soft cheek rub, let us know with a like on this video. Secret number 2, the forehead scent gland. There's something quietly magical about the way a cat presses their forehead against you. That soft nudge, often called a headbutt, is one of the most intimate gestures they can offer. It comes from a place of comfort, familiarity, and deep trust. But it's more than affection, it's communication. When they do this, they're marking you with scent from a special gland located right at the center of their forehead. This scent gland plays a vital role in how cats express connection. It's reserved only for those they truly trust. In their world, this simple act is a silent invitation, an unspoken way of saying you matter, that you belong in their inner circle. And when your cat offers you that quiet forehead touch, responding with a gentle, slow stroke right between their eyes can deepen that bond even further. It tells them the feeling is mutual, that they're safe, understood, and loved. This area holds more than just scent. It holds memory. Not just physical memory, but emotional memory as well. Each soft forehead stroke becomes a thread in the story you share together, woven through scent, sensation, and stillness. Secret number 3, the scent gland at the base of the tail. There's a special spot on your cat's body that carries more emotional weight than most people realize. The base of the tail, right where the spine meets the start of the tail, there's a scent gland that produces strong pheromones, unique to your cat alone. These chemical signals are part of how they claim territory, mark safety, and express deep bonds. So when your cat turns and gently lifts that part of their back toward you, it's not just a casual stretch or a request for a scratch. It's an invitation, a sign that they trust you enough to allow contact in one of their most sensitive areas. It's a moment of vulnerability, subtle and meaningful. But here's the thing, this isn't a place to rush in. Some cats absolutely love soft strokes in that area, while others might feel overwhelmed or startled. That's why it's so important to let your cat lead. If they lean in, raise their hips slightly, or stay close without flinching, it may mean they're open to connection through that touch. Secret number 4, the scent glands hidden in their paws. Every time your cat leans forward and sinks their claws into a scratching post, or sometimes your favorite chair, they're doing more than just sharpening their nails. Beneath those soft little paw pads tucked between the toes are hidden scent glands. And when they scratch, they're leaving behind a quiet chemical message. It's one of the ways they mark their space, making it feel familiar and safe. That repeated motion we often see, and sometimes misunderstand, isn't just about territory. It's also a quiet reminder to the world that this spot matters to them, that it's part of their world now. Cats don't just use scent to keep others away. They use it to feel connected, to leave a piece of themselves behind in places that feel like home. That's why you'll often notice them scratching more in areas they love, on the edge of your bed, near a sunny window, or wherever they like to rest. And if there's been a big change, like a move or even you coming back from a trip, their scratching might suddenly increase. It's how they re-anchor themselves, reasserting comfort in a world that might feel slightly different. When you gently touch your cat's paws and they let you, you're connecting with something far deeper than just fur and skin. Secret number 5, the scent glands along their side. When your cat gently presses or rubs the side of their body against your leg, they're doing more than brushing past. Nestled along both sides of their torso are subtle scent glands, rarely noticed, but deeply meaningful. As they slide their body against yours, they're quietly claiming you as part of their inner circle. This gentle act becomes a kind of ritual, a routine gesture of closeness that brings comfort and connection. So when your cat presses their side into you, it's their way of saying you matter. You're not just a familiar presence, you're someone they trust enough to share their space and scent with. They don't do this with just anyone. It's a small act, but full of quiet emotion. Let them lean in, let them walk that soft line along your leg, or settle next to you without a word. Because in that tender ritual, a bond is being strengthened. One that says, even when you're apart, you're still a part of their world. And in your own way, they've become part of yours too. Has your cat ever done this to you? Just gently brush their side against your leg like they're saying something only the two of you understand? Secret number 6. Cats don't like being petted against the direction of their fur. Your cat spends a lot of time grooming, not just to stay clean, but to carefully spread their scent along their fur. It's part of how they feel calm and secure. So when we reach out to pet them, how we do it matters more than we might think. If you stroke them the wrong way, like against the direction of their fur, it might feel jarring to them. What looks harmless to us can mess up the flow they've worked so hard to keep. That's why they might twitch, pull away, or give you a puzzled look. They're not being grumpy, they're just protecting something that matters to them. Instead, use a gentle hand that follows the natural direction of their coat. Begin around the cheeks, under the chin, or across the forehead, areas they tend to enjoy. Then, slowly glide your hand down their back in a soft, steady motion. If your cat leans in, closes their eyes, or presses into your hand, that's when you know it's working. And when you take the time to match their rhythm, you're not just petting them. You're quietly saying, I understand you. I respect your world. Secret number 7, petting the right scent glands helps release endorphins. Once you've learned to move your hand in a way that feels natural to your cat, knowing where to focus that touch takes the connection even deeper. Certain spots, like the cheeks, chin, forehead, and base of the ears, aren't just favorite petting zones. They're also home to your cat's scent glands. When you stroke these areas, you're tapping into something deeply familiar and comforting to them. These glands release natural oils used to mark places, objects, and even people they trust. Petting here also triggers endorphins, helping them feel calm and safe. In time, your gentle touch becomes more than affection, it becomes reassurance. Your cat starts to associate your hands with calm, comfort, and care. And if you haven't already, subscribe and join our community of people who truly love and understand their cats. Because when we learn their language, they never forget us.